Hello and welcome to the stream. Last time we had a 5-0 run with the beaters. Today we will do another league run. Hopefully we do the same. There are a couple of changes to the competitive meta, a couple of changes to the way we're gonna play our deck today, and I would like to say sorry for the last time when we're supposed to have another league going on Friday, but unfortunately I had trouble with the computer and had to reinstall the whole Windows, so that happened. But now we are back and we have a couple updates, so let's just jump into it. First thing first, there was a huge update about companions that came out this week, and I think it's worth addressing. So how about we take a moment and let's bring it in, and I'm just gonna explain briefly what this means for us, how we're gonna tackle it, and so forth. Not gonna discuss anything that doesn't pertain to us today. Just gonna jump to the companion rules change. Essentially, what's gonna happen is that once per game, anytime we could cast a sorcery, we could play our companion, but instead of playing it to the battlefield, we are paying 3 generic mana to put it into our hand, and it's a special action. So basically, it cannot be revoked by the Phyrexian Revoker and so forth. But what this means for us is that after we pay the 3 generic mana, it's getting put in our hand, and then we have to pay another 3 mana to actually play Lurrus. And this is not very good. This is a slowdown by a whole turn. People have a chance to respond to it, to counter it, to possibly thought seize it off our hand and so forth. So it doesn't really work out. So instead, what we are planning to do with this is to take the Lurrus out completely out of the sideboard. Thus, we're doing a couple of different changes here. I am still keeping the Soul Guide Lanterns here, just because it's a fantastic graveyard control in addition to the Scavenging Ooze. We are keeping the Damped Spheres. Since we took out Lurrus, I'm upping the Golgari Charms to 2. We have 2 Assassin's Trophy, and everything else is essentially the same. And one other thing we're changing, we're adding the Thought Seizes instead of couple Duresses. And we're gonna keep 1 Duress still here. As for the main board, so with this change, we have much less potential playing around the Contracts and Ballistas and the Azalith combo with the Hangback Walker. So I'm gonna try to take out Hangback Walker completely here. We're still keeping 2 Azaliths and Evolutionary Leap, but this is mainly just to manipulate our counters, and hopefully if we have dead draws, maybe get some value out of our creatures on the battlefield that are small and irrelevant to turn them into big threats like Rishkars and Voracious Hydras. I'm going down on 1 Voracious Hydra. And since we are no longer limited by Lurrus, we are putting in 2 Rishkars and 3 Nisses. That's about it for the changes. Everything else is basically the same. And this is what I'm planning to bring in for this league. And we'll see how the meta changed, which I'm expecting a lot more inverters and possibly Lotus Breaches now. But we will definitely see that. Let's jump ahead to the constructed Pioneer League and jump right in. Okay, let's play 1 match right there. Hopefully our run today is not any less than it was last time. While we are waiting, I would like to share that currently I'm sitting on a spec for Vivian Arcbow Ranger. I purchased a couple of copies for myself, and as you can see, it had a pretty high $60 point in Magic Online, and right now it dropped to 4.5. But as you can see, it starts climbing now, and I expect it to climb even higher. Alright, we got a match. And we're gonna be playing first here. Seems very good. Okay, how's our hand looking? So we have 2 lands here, which is perfect. Got 2 the 1-drops. We got Nissa and Wine Construct. This looks better than expected. Hopefully no Thoughtseize on turn 1. Okay. Let's play Bloomin' Marsh into Pelt Collector first. I see a Swamp, but no Thoughtseize. We got a Walk-in Ballista. Not bad. Let's play Llanowar Waste into... Let's play Experiment 1 here. And play the Ozolith. Go to combat and hit him for 1. That's Isolated Chapel. Trial of Ambition. We have to sacrifice 1 thing. And we have to choose between Experiment 1 and Pelt Collector. Feel like playing against black. I would like to keep my Experiment 1. So we'll sacrifice the Pelt Collector. We got another Ballista. We'll play Wine Constructor now. And we'll hit opponent for 3. Opponent is playing Yorion, so we'll see a lot of Flicker here. Elspeth's Nightmare. Opponent is going to choose to destroy. I believe Wine Constructor would be right choice here, yeah. And I hope we get a land, because the second clause is gonna get rid of our Nissa, and I don't want that to happen. Okay. Got a land. We will play the land. Play the Nissa now. Make a plant, in case he has another one of these. And we will hit him for 3. Pass the turn. Next turn we can play Ballista. So thankfully this doesn't do much here. He gets to see our 2 Ballistas. Waiting for the opponent. If we draw a land, that will be a 2/2 ballista, but opponent's swift ending are Nissa. And that's fine. We got a Voracious Hydra, which we could play right now, but unfortunately it's gonna enter not with that many counters. So instead we'll play our Wakan Ballista here and attack opponent for 3. We need Scales effect right now, really badly. See Murderous Rider being played here. And Thraben Inspector. Okay, we got another Walking Ballista. Not really what we want to see. Let's see, I think I want to attack here with Experiment 1. And see if he wants to double block here. We are seeing a double block. I do want to kill the Murderous Rider though. So this is fine. Okay. Now we could play another Wakan Ballista, I guess. And pass the turn. Oath of Kaya. Get in our Ballista. We're gonna want to remove that. Just because we don't want him to gain life. Got a Thoughtseize coming to our face. Which I'm guessing is gonna take her another Ballista. The opponent is at 7. No attacks, of course. Got a Forest. An upper Ballista to make it a 2/2. And put the counters from Orzhov on a Ballista. Or we could put the counters on a plant and just force an attack right now. For 4 damage right now. Next turn we're gonna see Yorion though. Okay, let's go to combat. Put these on a Ballista. Gonna attack for 3. See a block here. And I think I want to keep the 4 mana up. If he's gonna play Yorion next turn, we need to take care that Oath of Kaya doesn't kill it. Although I feel like he can arrange these however he wants. Sure. He's gonna flicker. Targeting Ballista. So we're gonna put a counter on the Ballista. This way it's not gonna die. And he's cracking a clue. Searching for that land which he found. So next turn Yorion is pretty much a thing. Can't quite kill him yet. All I can do to him is half his damage, but instead I'm gonna attack for 4 here. And play my Hydra. Or 3 to double the counters. And pass the turn. We got it. Let's go to sideboard. So we're playing Yorion Flicker. So in the sideboard, I would like to bring in these most possible. Maybe the charms too. There's not really much more that I would like to bring in though. Maybe Thought Seizes being on the draw here. I don't know if I want the Assassin's Trophy. Seems like a really nice inclusion in being on the draw. What would we like to remove though? Definitely Nissa stays. I don't think I want Scavenging Oozes here. So these can go. And I don't think we need... I'm debating between the Jeskai here and maybe taking out a couple of Stone Coils maybe. Stone Coil is a nice blocker against Yorion, it's a nice blocker against anything flying. Maybe Hydra, since we are bringing in Charms, Thought Seizes. So I think we've taken out these two. And these two being on a draw here, and then we bring them in on the play next next match, next game I mean. Let's submit this and see how this does. Hopefully not that bad. We got 4 lands. We have Thought Seize, a Ballista and Unravel. I'm gonna keep this. This is a weird keep, but being on a draw, there is a potential. We got a Wine Constructor. Things are getting better. Let's play Overgrown Tomb. And I think I want to Thoughtseize him right now. Got a Demonic Pact. And a Treacherous Blessing. Demonic Pact, Treacherous Blessing, 3 lands. And a Birth of Meletis. Potentially get rid of this with Unravel. And I think the scariest one is this. Or should we head the Treacherous Blessing? All of these are fantastic for him. I feel like Treacherous Blessing is potentially beneficial for us, potentially not. If we hit Birth, that means he's not doing anything for a couple turns. And we have a chance to bring our game up. Have to play the Constrictor here. Unravel is going to be saved for the Demonic Pact. Oh, he drew a Fatal Push. Seems good. Treacherous Blessing. Very good. Got his Scales here. Let's play the Cemetery. Play the Scales. And Ballista in. Got a pretty explosive hand here, so not gonna blame him if he wins this one. That's a Demonic Pact. And I'm assuming he's gonna draw 2. Oh, it's at the beginning of upkeep, so we definitely want to get rid of that with Unravel. And we're gonna be able to hit him for 2 here. We got the Ozolith. The Ozolith is fine, so let's play that. We should Unravel now. Alright. Let's play Overgrown Tomb tapped. Go to combat, hit him for 2. Now he still has Caves in his hand. That's Oath of Kaya. They're gonna have to get rid of the counters. They aren't gonna go on Ozolith, but it's better than him gaining 3 life. Now we are top decking, unfortunately. Yorion is going into hand. And we have seen Flicker on the Oath of Kaya. Seems too good. So next turn Yorion is gonna draw him more. I think at this point we can do little. There's no reason to concede yet. Okay. Scales doesn't do much for us here. We are still alive, and that's what matters. Opponent has significant card advantage. That's Doom Foretold. And get in. First card doesn't save us, unfortunately. Something I would be hoping for would be Voracious Hydra here, I think. But even that's not a guarantee in this case. Let's go to the sideboard. So like I said, these are gonna come back. We need more speed on the play. What are we gonna take out though? Well, Thought Seizes could come out, but I would like them to stay in. Rishkars or Nissas. Maybe drop the two Nissas. Reason is he's running a bunch of removal in his deck. Nissa is great against the Trial of Ambition, but that's the only thing that really helps us out. Still gonna keep one, I think. Or I could bring Stone Cold. I think I want more speed. In this case, Stone Cold provides me the speed here better. And we'll play with this. We will play first. Interesting start. I will keep this. No scales, no constrictor, unfortunately, but there is a potential to draw something. An overall hand doesn't seem that weak. No Thoughtseize. I got a Hydra. Let's swing for one. No fatal push either. It's gonna be Birth, which will give him a Plains in hand. We got a Thoughtseize. Could play Hydra right now. Unfortunately, only for one, which means only the Experiment one is going to get a counter here. So I would like to keep my Golgari Charm active here, just in case. Could Thoughtseize him right now, and I could keep it for Yorion later on. Let's go to combat. Now the big question is, do I want to charm the Birth so he doesn't create a wall? Which I don't think is a problem. Let's let it happen. It's more important to protect my creatures, so charm is going to be here for the regenerate. Oath of Kaya. What's the target? Experiment 1. Could potentially regenerate here. Hope that we get another land. Or we let this go away and we charm the Oath of Kaya. And we're gonna let this go away. Kill the Oath of Kaya so he can't blink it. This does slow us down a little bit. We got a Tomb. Let's bring this in. We will double. And we will attack for 4. Still holding the Thoughtseize. It's important to get rid of the Yorion there. If he draws his own Thoughtseize, that's not going to be that good. We see Gideon, which is going to target the Hydra. So I need a threat right now. And that's not a threat. I have to go to combat and attack Gideon with both of these. Which is annoying. Demonic Pact. I got a Wine Constrictor. There's something, but nothing really big. I have to hit Gideon one more time. Just gonna get him pretty low. he decides to kill the Constrictor, these are gonna get... no, they're not. Let's see what his choice is gonna be with the Mana Pact. Kills the Constrictor, gains 4 life. I think our best bet is to get rid of Yorion in hand so he cannot flick a Demonic Pact when it's gonna go off on the last clause. Although as discarding is pretty disrupting here. Okay. Doom Foretold. Okay. So we have to sacrifice Hydro here. Which is gonna give a counter to each Pelt Collector. Doesn't mean much right now. I'm afraid I'm gonna have to... well, maybe I don't have to play it yet. So he will probably choose drawing 2 cards there. Let's play Rishkar. Place both counters on the Pelt Collectors. At least they won't be killed with Oath of Gaia. Go to combat. Kill Gideon here. Not sure why he blocked, because Gideon is dead anyways. And we pass. And the question is what he's gonna choose for the Demonic Pact, and he has to sacrifice either Doom Foretold or the Demonic Pact. Sacrifice the Demonic Pact, drawing 2 cards. We will be sacrificing Rishkar. Pelt Collector is gonna die, unfortunately. Wow, both are gonna die. And he has his companion in hand. Now is a fantastic time to actually Thoughtseize him now. Although we're gonna lose our Rishkar. Got a Pelt Collector, which we can play. And Thoughtseize his Yorion. Has Elder Spell, which is nice that we took out Nissa's. Has another... he has a Treacherous Blessing, and he has Elspeth Conquers Death. We'll take Yorion, of course. And we'll pass. Elspeth Conquers Death doesn't really do much right now. We will lose Doom Foretold. And Elder Spell doesn't do much either. We'll have to play Murderous Rider here. Or Starfield Onyx. Gotta draw on Rebel here. Stone Coil. Let's play Stone Coil, attack him for 2. Oath of Kai is coming back. Elspeth conquers death. Which will bring in the Yorion back later on. And we got a land. Kind of tough luck here. Nothing really that we can do. Gas has engine online. All he really needs is Starfield next year. Bring in Doom Foretold, which is going to get rid of this. And then we are way behind because he's going to have 5 to attack with. And potentially even deal lethal to us. This is unfortunate. This is sort of like a passive value for him. Unlucky matchup, I think. As well as unlucky hands. Maybe I shouldn't have kept that second game hand. But he had really good hands. Let's play another one. This was pretty far in the last 2 games. Got a second match. And we're going first again. No 1-drops. But there is Orzhov. There's Ballista and Constrictor and Nissa. Seems like a keep. And we will play Blooming Martian to Orzhov. Pass the turn here. Sacred Foundry. Could be burn, especially since he pays 2 life for that. Thraben Inspector, so not burn. Got another land. I have to pay the 2 life here. Play the Constrictor. Pass the turn. Forest. So that's Naya. What exactly he's playing, I'm not aware as of right now. Charming Prince. This seems like Naya good stuff. No attacks, of course. And we got another Nissa. Seems like a good chance to play the Nissa here. Play Woodland Samurai. Play one of the Nissas. I'm gonna put counters on Constrictor, I'm gonna go to combat and attack. I'm gonna be aggressive here, especially since I have Orzhov, I'm not really worried about it. If he wants to block, he can block. You see no blocks. If he decides to kill Nissa, that's less damage going into our face. Oh, this is humans. Okay, this is gonna be fun. So we see Naya humans. General. It's a big pump. One is killing Nissa, the other one going to our face. Okay. Well, we could kill General here by playing Wakan Ballista. Or we could Nissa here, but that doesn't really make sense. We can also just wait and take the damage next turn. I want to go to combat here and attack with the Wine Constrictor. You could sack 2 humans and destroy target creature with power 4 or greater, which could be Constrictor. I really don't want that to happen, but even if it does, it's fine. So let's see what he's gonna do now. This is an effective blocker for Thraben Inspector. So it's 4 colors. One is playing something. General's Enforcer. General's Enforcer is a problem, since it does give Indestructible to the General. We could kill the General right now. We could also play Nissa next turn, put the counters on Ballista. -3 to kill the Enforcer. Well, -4, because it's going to be a 3-4. Which seems like too much. So it only makes sense to kill General here, maybe. Or maybe not. Just let it slide. Alia's Lieutenant. Quite a lot of damage. You're gonna have to take that too. That was a very nice play. Like Pelt Collector here. I was taking a risk, I knew that. But I think it was worth the risk, either way. Since he's out of mana right now, we could potentially use the Ballista to clear up the field, like killing Talia's Lieutenant. And possibly another thing. I'll just pass the turn here, not gonna attack. Just gonna see what exactly he is gonna do. And another human, that's a Mantis Rider. Mantis Rider is scary. If we want to keep it in check, we're gonna have to remove something right now. It's gonna be Thalia's Lieutenant here, so it doesn't grow in further. Kill that. This means our Nissa is gonna die here. Or he's gonna attack us directly. It's gonna be a straight up attack, which we will take. And that's another Ozolith. That's not good. Let's make a plant. Put counters on Ballista. And then we pass the turn and see what else he has under his sleeve. That certainly seems like he has a lot more card advantage and actual threats than we do. Tajik. Okay. Safe to assume he's gonna go all in here. Mentor and Thraben Inspector. Seems like it could be lethal here. No matter how we do this, I think. We can set up only 4 blocks, kill 1 more, but it's still gonna be 4. And I think this is where we end this. Yeah, I can't get out of this loop. That's all 4s here. So no matter how we put it, we're still gonna take 4 then. Unfortunately. Alright. Let's go to sideboard. We saw enough. Fatal Push is definitely coming in. Thought Seizes, not yet. Next game, maybe. Voracious Hydra have to stay. Serpents I would like to stay. Misses can go. We'll bring in a Assassin's Trophy here. Hopefully being on the play here is going to be better. His deck is pretty fast. I like the Stone Quills here. Other than that, the hand doesn't look very impactful. I think much better. The question becomes, what exactly do we want to lose here? And it's going to be one of these. Not having Scales Ballista is going to go. Turn 1 we will play Pelt Collector, of course. Turn 2 is going to be Scavenging Ooze. Both went down to 6. Hopefully we draw a Scales on the way. Or another land. That would be also great. No Thoughtseize, nothing. That's good. The Woodland Cemetery. Yeah, let's get the Scavenging Ooze on the play. It's fine. Even if he gets pushed, it's totally okay. Attack him for 2. That's gonna be a push. On the Pelt Collector, sure. Pass the turn. Cannot play General yet, so we can utilize our ooze here. We got another Pelt Collector here, which we will play. But we won't up it just yet. And we'll attack him for 3. Hopefully he doesn't have another push, but I think he does. Yeah, he doesn't have another push. That's okay, because our Pelt Collector is gonna grow here. And next turn we have either Hydra or a Serpent. Reflector Mage. Reflector Mage is actually very good, especially against beaters. Gotta set up blocks early, because if he starts attacking, might not end well. Mantis Rider. No attacks. Cuddle Animal Waste. Could kill the Mantis Rider here. And that's the plan. Gonna forego on the Pelt Collector though. Okay. I'm gonna attack with a Stone Cold. Still comfortable at the life. He's not very comfortable, but he knows we don't have anything else. It's another land, so he's definitely flooding just like us. He has Tajik, which can attack and mentor Reflector Mage, but I don't think he will. He does. Okay. So you're gonna mentor. It allows us to kill Tajik here, which is fine by me. I'll take the 3. We have another Stone Cold Serpent, so we will play Pelt Collector and a Stone Cold for 4. And we'll go to combat and attack him for 6. With the amount of Tramplers, this should be pretty good for us. Depending on what he draws. If he draws another Reflector Mage, might not be that good. Yeah, we got it. So let's go to sideboard. Being on the play, we could play Thoughtseizes here. Although I don't think that's necessary. I think this is okay the way it is. Don't really like this. Looks like this is gonna be a mulligan. Fatal push is better. Still don't like that, but now it's a little bit better. Definitely keep. We'll drop that to the bottom. See what opponent is gonna play on turn 1. Robin Inspector. Okay. Let's play Belt Collector first. Pass the turn. I don't really want to shock myself yet, but I might have to. General's Enforcer. And we're gonna take 1 here. Okay. It's time to shock ourselves. Play the Constrictor. We can attack here. Put some pressure on. Next turn we can kill General's Enforcer and potentially even Assassin's Trophy his General or wherever he's going to play right now. Yeah, it's going to be General. So I could get rid of both of these right now next turn. We will take 3 here though. Okay. We can take that. Also got a Ballista. Ballista's gonna come in handy later on. Let's push this. Trophy that. This way we can attack for 5 here. And then we can bring Ballista in for 3. With 3 counters. Should be able to take care of another General if he has another one. Or maybe something else. And that's a forest. It's Knight of Autumn, which unfortunately can only give him life or counters. And it's gonna be counters here. Big threat. Taking 1 here. We got a Pelt Collector. Which means we can play Ballista for 1 here. Or we can attack even right now. See if he decides to kill Constrictor. Deals 3. That's not the optimal choice here, I think. I think the best choice is to play Ballista for 1 here right now. Play this tapped. And now we can go to combat and attack him for... Could attack him with both, actually. If he decides to kill that, he's gonna be down to 5. Let's attack them both. I think he has to definitely block here. He decides to block the Pelt Collector. It's pretty good for us. We get rid of this. There's something else to play though. Oh, he's cracking the clue. Okay. Well, that's a decent trade. Still have threats on the field. We can up the Ballista next turn for the lethal. Thalia doesn't really help right now. He has to pay 2 life if he does. We'll just kill him with Ballista. Or 1 life in this case, but I think we have this either way right now. Tap land. Okay. Okay. Yeah, we got it. Because we up the Ballista next turn, it's lethal for 4. Pretty good game. Let's go for 1 more. Got our match 3. And we're going first again. 2 Nisses. We got 2 lands. Not really a 1-drop. Could be really good or really bad. Let's see, Stone Cold turn 1. Turn 2 Ballista. Turn 3 would be Nissa into Avatar. Turn 3 Avatar, turn 4 Nissa. This could work, we're going first. I think it's worth the risk and keep this. The early pressure can actually pay off. As you can see, I'm keeping a lot of hands without skills here. We got Experiment 1. I don't think you're coming in soon yet. That's a mountain. Certainly interesting. Let's go ahead and go to comment, see if he decides to shock it or something like that. This way we'll know if it's burn or not. No response. Okay, let's try to play our Ballista. Hopefully we draw a land. Yeah, this seems like it's a burn. He's trying to wild slash Ballista. This will definitely slow us down. Doesn't play anything else. He has a bunch of burn spells on his hand, probably. Please be a land. That's a land. That's pretty good. Could play Nissa here, possibly. Or we can experiment 1 into Avatar, which is not the thing I really want to do right now. So let's instead play Nissa. I'm gonna +1 here. And attack for 1. See if he has any responses. Seems like not. Sort of like turn wasted. Had 2 mana open. Ramon up Ruins. Rampaging Ferocidon. Okay. That's fine. Not looking to gain life here anytime soon. Overgrown Tomb, which we kinda need for the green source. So let's play Experiment 1. In 1 here. Then we could play -2 on Nissa. Give all of these counters. Play Avatar. Okay, shock ourselves here for this, and -2 Avatar. Taking another 1. Evolve on experiment 1. I guess pass the turn. We have a blocker with Avatar. Although I wouldn't be blocking, because that would be suspicious. And when he plays his creatures, it's gonna deal damage to him too. Thur. Well, that's kind of a one-sided. Okay. We drew a Jeskai, which we'll have to play, and that's going to deal 3 to us. And the counters are gonna go, let's see, Thur can deal 4 here. Rampage and Frozen can deal 5. Definitely 1 on Avatar. And the other one is probably gonna go on Experiment 1. And we'll also -2 Nissa here. Go to combat. Don't really think we have to attack here with everything, necessarily. But we will attack with Experiment 1, Avatar. Possibly Stonecoil as well, maybe not, no. Just 2 attackers here. See if he's gonna declare blocks. That's 13 damage. Should be scary for him. Not really afraid about his attacks next turn. Frosten is gonna trade with Experiment 1 if it comes to that. Otherwise, why not Avatar before Nissa counters? Well, I only had 1 creature. That means Avatar is gonna come in only with 1 counter. But then if I Nissa, it's gonna put counters on everything, plus 1 counter on Avatar. If I put counters first, that puts 2 counters on creatures that didn't have counters on them, resulting in Avatar coming in with 3 counters, which is much, much better overall. Long term, Avatar is getting more counters if I play it after I Nissa. No blockers. 13 damage going to face. Okay. Quite interesting. It's a good question. I don't know, I did it from experience, because I've played this Nissa Avatar thingy for a long time. And that's how I usually do it, because I've thought about it before. And majority of the time, Avatar coming in after Nissa is much, much better. Unless these creatures had counters on them before. So we can set up blocks for the Frozen here and the Thur. And then attack with Trample, that should be it. If he decides to attack, we're definitely going to block here. It's going to be a block for sure. Question if I want to block with Plant or not. Yeah, I think I want to save Serpent for the attacks after that. Getting rid of Ferocodon, he kills the plant. Okay, we got it. Sideboard. What are we bringing in sideboard? Well, Fatal Push does not really help. I didn't see a lot of 1-drops, not a lot of 2-drops. Duress could be great. Thoughtseize definitely not. We will bring in 1 Duress, I guess. Charm is not helping here. Trophy does. And what are we taking out? Well, a couple of things to take out, I guess. We could take out the leap, since there's quite not many chances we can actually activate it. Hydra is nice here. Serpent is under question. I actually don't like Serpent here that much. It serves as a 1-drop most of the time, but it's not something I would like to choose here for sure. He has only red spells, which is a letdown. Nissa stays, Rishkar stays. Definitely Scavenging Ooze here. Let's drop 2 Stone Claws and work with what we have here. Got Duress and an opener. Tap land, unfortunately, and the only land. Definitely gonna be a mulligan, hoping for a better hand here. 2 lands is better. Azelet, Pal Collector, Reshkar, Hydra, and Walking Ballista. Seems good. And we'll probably drop the Hydra on the bottom, seeing as we really don't have a lot of green sources here. And we don't have skills to actually make a lot of use of it. Alright, turn 1. Monastery's first spear. Thankfully not. We got another Pelf Collector. I'd be losing life to that, but I would rather play Pelf Collector before he plays Pharasodon. So we'll lose that. Next turn could play Azelet and another Pelf Collector, and hopefully by turn 3 we draw another land to play Rishkar, turning our Pelf Collectors into 3/3s. Got a Nissa. It's not the worst choice to draw. Play Azelet. Play Pelf Collector number 2. Attack him for 1. See Stomp going at the Pelf Collector. So no attacks. Pass the turn. Now we really need the land. Something an opponent has and we don't. Please be a land. That's a land. Unfortunately, we're gonna have to shock ourselves. But I'll take that. Could play Rishkar here. But I think if he's saving for another shock or something like that, otherwise he would have played Giant. Pelf Collector is gonna die. And if he dies, Rishkar trigger is gonna go to nothing. So we'll take another 1 damage here. Play Nissa. Make a 1/1. Try to go to combat. Attack for 1. Pass the turn. Yeah, like I said, he has a Braid in hand. That does it. Rampaging for Pharasodon. Okay. Experiment 1. I guess taking 2 here, that's not the worst choice. Especially since we can put counters on everything, including the Ballista. And we have security sort of with Azelet. Definitely not attacking here and passing the turn. Could attack and cash in the Ballista to kill the Pharasodon, but that's 2 for 1. Definitely don't want to do that. He decides to attack. We're gonna block with a plant. Maybe not. Could block with both Experiment 1 and Plant, but it's questionable. Would be 2 for 1, but we get a counter. 2 counters on Azelet. Definitely want to save my Nissa here. I think Nissa is doing a lot of work here. Collective Defiance. It's gonna kill our Planeswalker, and we'll kill our Experiment 1. We can't do much about that, unfortunately, right now. It's gonna happen. Still gotta counter nozzle it. We draw a land, which is gonna up the ballista. We will take 3 here. Oof, second Rishkar. Second Rishkar. We're gonna play that anyways. Taking that 1, but we'll put counters on ballista and counters on Rishkar, I guess. We'll go to combat. Put this on a ballista. Yes. Attack for 5 here. And we'll pass the turn. I do want him to take the 1 damage from his own Ferocity. Hazorath. That hurts. It hurts a lot. Okay, what are the choices? We can take 8 here, which doesn't let us play any more creatures. If we draw a land, ballista up to 5, 6, 9 damage. That would be lethal if he attacked, but unfortunately he doesn't attack with his Ferocity. So what we have to have peace with here is blocking with Rishkar, putting the counters on Walking Ballista after that, making it a 5/5, attacking next turn. Because if we don't attack, if we don't block here, we're gonna take 5 down to 4. He could just discard and use a burn spell to kill us off. So let's set a block here. Got a counter, maybe we get like a Hardened Skills or something. Voracious Hydra. That's not what we want here. Play Rishkar, lose 1. Have a blocker though. Put a counter on Ballista, put a counter on the plant. Attack with both. If Rishkar dies next turn, at least we'll have security by killing his Ferocity though. Okay, go to combat. Put the counters on plant. Attack him for 8. So yes. Attack with both. If it kills Rishkar, well, that means we're gonna have to take 5 there. Plus 2 more if he wants to discard. And he's gonna set up Bone Crusher Giant as a block. Seems like we're gonna deal the damage here. Gonna take our chances, I guess. And see if he's gonna attack here or not. Has to do something. Stomping Rishkar. That was expected. Okay. Attack with both. Gotta kill this. And then all we need is just a land, I guess. Otherwise we are not gonna be able to do it. Bone Crusher, yep. Be a land. That's a land. You don't have to pay life for that land either. So put a counter on this. And now we attack, and that should be lethal. No matter how he blocks, this is lethal. Because we remove. We got it. Seems good. That was match 3. Let's go to match 4. If not for the match 1, we would be fantastic right now, but I can't complain. We're doing okay. Match 4. We go in second this time. Only fair. Go in second, this could be not a bad hand. I'll keep it. This could have been worse. There's a chance we draw one of our 12 1-drops. Simic. Drew another Constrictor. Pass the turn. Can't do anything on turn 1. Maybe that was a bad key. Who knows? Only time will show. Sylvan Caryatid. Seeing mana confluence, this could be bring to white Nimizid. Now we get a Serpent. Doesn't really help right now, so we'll play a Constrictor. With the possibility of playing another Constrictor into Serpent next turn. Followed by a Rishkar turn after that. It's gonna be Teferi. So Constrictor is gonna get bounced. Okay. Guess we play in Band. Got Hardened skills. Could play that. With the Wind Constrictor. Pass the turn. Plan still stays, but we're sort of slightly behind. I'm happy to see scales though. Orzhov would be fantastic right now. Okay. That's Nimizid. Yep. Got another Nimizid. Dreadbore. I think Dreadbore is the... Oh, he had a lot of lands here, and Dreadbore is the only thing he put in his hand. Wow. It's just sad. That's rough. Okay. Well, it is what it is. Got Experiment 1. Play Experiment 1. Let's play Wind Constrictor. Number 2. And let's play this Stonecold Serpent for 1. Pass the turn. See what he's gonna do now. Hopefully he doesn't have board wipe like a Supreme Verdict. Can't play Supreme Verdict yet. Never mind. Or he can. White, blue, blue. Yeah, he can. Oh, he has Solemn Created. Even better. Well, it could be another new visit, I guess. It's about anything. Next turn we play Rishkar, who's gonna pump quite a lot of stuff here. I guess I'll pump Widen Constrictors so that they can attack too. Yeah, I think it's another Nim Mizzet. So 3 Nim Mizzets so far. Wow. Now it's Bring to Light. Okay. Well, he can't look for another Nim Mizzet, but he can search for... He can't find another Nim. I don't know how many Nim Mizzets this deck is playing though. Extinction Event. Okay. Well, that's gonna hit Constrictor, Serpent. Leaving the Experiment 1 intact. Okay, another Hardened Scales. It's very good. Playing Rishkar. Let's put the counters on these and let's attack Teferi here. See if he blocks. He's gonna block. Pass the turn. He's gonna want to blink our Experiment 1 back to our hand. Yep. Which hurts, but we still have a Rishkar, I guess. 5 cards in hand. Abrupt Decay, Rishkar. And another Teferi. No, that's gonna be Kunoros. Okay. A lot of graveyard hate. Two Experiment 1s. I guess we'll play with these. No counters on the Avatar, but we get counters on both experiments, so I guess it's worth it. Pass the turn. At least we can block Kunoros and he's gonna not get lifelink here. Or get lifelink only once since we're gonna kill it. That looks scary. Nim is it? Yeah, seems like Nim is it. That was a good hit. Well, we got Teferi, Bring to Light, and Voice of Resurgence. Okay. Plays Voice of Resurgence. Seems like we're kind of late to the party. We gotta draw into something good here. This is actually decent. It is for 4, enters with 6 counters. Open both of our Experiment 1s, which is great because they can attack past Nim Mizzet here. So let's go to combat. Attack for 14. Being at 13, he has to put up blocks here. One of them is going to be Voice of Resurgence, which is expected. I think we want to get rid of Nim Mizzet here though. Voice of Resurgence can stay. Yeah, this is fine. So 1 for 1, I'll take it. Alright, Our opponent is at 6. Fabled Passage. It's gonna bring to light right now, looking for potentially another extinction event. Or another board wipe. It seems like what I would do with this deck. The Ferry is also doable right now. Bounce my Experiment one, he's no longer a problem. An extinction event for even. He's doing Bring to Life first. Okay. Searching from the Mizzet. Another Bring to Light. Voice of Resurgence to Fairy. So he puts Voice of Resurgence to Fairy, enter the God Eternals, and Bring to Light. So we know he's casting 1 to Fairy. That's gonna hit our Experiment 1 here. Although, I think he's gonna have to attack here. Yeah. Which means we're gonna have to trade. He's gonna get life here, unfortunately. Putting him pretty safely at 7. We don't have many choices here. Enter the God Eternals. It's gonna amass 4. Don't care about the Fairy here. I gain 4 life. Okay. Well, he's at 1. A miracle has to happen for us to win here, I think. Has to play another Fairy here, I guess, and to enter the God Eternals. That brings him up to 5 with a 4/4 blocker. Which is decent, I guess. I don't know if he has another board wipe. Would have searched for it. Maybe he has it in hand. Also a possibility. That's gonna be Bring to Light. No, enter the God Eternals on the Experiment 1. Sure. Maybe if I didn't play that, I wouldn't be able to do it. I guess that's my misplay. I should have not played that. This way I would have had the lethal. I forgot that. Okay. A little bit of a misplay. Hopefully it doesn't bring us down a lot. Attacking for 6 here. Attacking for more than 6, attacking for 8. Well, alright. Now the Pelt Collector. Wouldn't think he has another one of these. So we have to attack. He's gonna put up a double block. And we are sort of on a 2-turn clock. Oh, a single blocker. I'll get rid of solving cards that he is at 2. He might have a solution for the serpent, that's why he's so okay to block only with 1 creature. That's a Bring to Light. Has to search for a board wipe or Aura. Aura also gives him enough to survive. I guess unless we draw a Voracious Hydra. Which is possible. Loses 1 life. Or plays Aura out of graveyard. Yeah. Voracious Hydra doesn't save us anymore. In 6 here, cannot block that. I feel like my misplay has unfortunately cost me this game, but that's not gonna save me here. I don't think this is it. I think this is it. I can't really attack past it. He's gonna be getting 3 life every time he attacks. It's just too small to deal lethal. He has 1 blocker to block with it. Yeah, I think we should just concede this. This was close. My own mistake cost me this game. Alright, now that we know what we did wrong, I did wrong personally, I can adjust accordingly, I guess. Stone Cold's definitely staying in. Voracious Hydra 2. Nithis could go here, I guess. Assassin's Trophy. Golgari Charms, no. And Rebels also no. Fatal Pushes. Possible, but this is only... not really. Thought Seize is probably better. I guess Assassin's Trophy is fine here. This I'm not really strong, I guess. Scoozes, that's what I want to get rid of for sure. Alright, let's go this way. Let's see how that does in here. Could bring the Duress in here as well, but I'm going first, and I definitely don't want Duress in my hand when I could put some pressure on him first. Guess it's fine. I haven't seen skills in my hand for a long time. I'll start with Forest into Experiment 1. Pass the turn. Next turn, probably just Ozzel it if we don't draw anything substantial. I smell a push. A Woodland Cemetery, Ozzel it. It'll push. For sure. Fatal Push. Yep. Pass the turn. I guess it's a trade. That was 2 damage for crushing my Experiment 1. Sylvan carry at it. Widen constructor. That's nice. Very nice. Attack for 3. Has to take it. Pass the turn. This is okay right now. It has Extinction Oven in hand, that's gonna hurt. Triumph. Voice of Resurgence. Okay. I guess I could play it right now. Nothing really stops me, and it's gonna bring the Pelt Collector higher. Let's go to combat and attack for 7 here, I guess. Blocks the Wine Constructor. Alright. Probably Nim is it now? Should be. Doesn't seem like Nim is it. We drew yet another land. Alright, let's go to combat. I'll just attack with everything. See what he has. Definitely has a response in there. Maybe not. Okay, down to 2. That's the turn. That was weird. Maybe he's bricking on lands too. Yeah, I think so. Alright, sideboard. Duress, I guess. I think that's gonna be it for what we bring. Evolutionary Leap is gonna be out. I don't find Evolutionary Leap that useful here without the Hangback Walker. Probably gonna be the card that we cut in our next league. Oh, a Thoughtseize is nice. Other than that, we don't really have anything to go on here, but I'm gonna keep this one just for this Thoughtseize. We have 1 drop, we have a 2 drop, and potentially a 3 drop. That's gonna be a keep. 1, 2, 3, 4. Or the other way around, doesn't matter. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Alright. Breeding Pool tapped. He's down to 6 cards too, which is fantastic for us. Let's play Bullman Martian Thoughtseize him. I'm feeling it. I feel he has something good in his hand. Bring to Light, Fatal Push, Voice of Resurgence, single and carry added, and just a Forest. Kept only 2 lands. Let's have fun. He has nothing to play this. He has nothing to play this, and he cannot play that. I'm feeling pretty good. As long as he doesn't draw any of these lands, we're fine. He drew that, so he can play Voice of Resurgence. I guess he's a one lucky guy. Alrighty. We got a Jeskai. This isn't going all that bad. Let's play that. We can play Stonecrow Serpent for 1 here. And bring in Jeskai. This Stonecrow Serpent is going to be able to block Voice of Resurgence. Pass the turn. We bring in Jeskai next. Experiment 1 is going to be a 3/3. Okay, he played the Forest that he had before. The Fairy. Okay, that's going to bounce our Experiment 1. That's a slowdown. If I saw one. Maybe not. Maybe we were still fine, actually. Maybe we're still fine. This is gonna kill Teferi. Bring in Azalet, maybe. Actually, no, we're not gonna bring Azalet yet. We'll play this. And we'll play Stonecold Serpent number 2 right now. Evolving that and attacking Teferi. So you have a blocker that's gonna kill Voice of Resurgence. I don't see a land, but I see that he has another Teferi for an Experiment 1, that's fine. Gotta draw a land now. No land still. Very nice. We got a land. Let's play Experiment 1. Rishkar. This Experiment 1 has to get 1 and Stonecold Serpent is gonna get another one. Spread it out evenly. Okay. Attack's going in. Pass the turn. Hopefully no black swords. I just hope so. No attacks, no land either. That's very good. Well, we're gonna play Wine Constructor here. And we will play Avatar, just because why not? This evolves it further, and we can attack with a bunch of stuff here. Don't really care with losing Rishkar here. Still deal a significant amount of damage, 9 damage here, down to 7. He's left with a single token. Extinction Event is gonna hit us hard if he finds that. Uro saves him, but not for long. He needs a Fatal Push, so he needs to draw that. That's gonna hit Avatar here, which is nice for us. No attacks, of course. So what do we draw? A land. Let's put in the Azalet. Has to use it now. On the Avatar, of course. Play this tapped. Go to combat. We're gonna attack with everything. He has to block the Experiment 1 here. Possibly gonna see Uro come in next turn. Although he needs a lot of Miracle here to actually survive. I don't think he drew another land, he would have played it already. That means we're gonna see Uro and then a land drop. I think this is gonna be Uro from the graveyard. Yep. Okay. This is still lethal for now. Not a black source. Which means that we can finish him off, hopefully. Let's go to combat. Cannot block these two. He can block Experiment 1. But this is still lethal the way it looks. We got it. Seems good. So far we're going 3-1. Let's play the last match. Well, it's not going to be another 5-0 league, but we're still doing pretty good. First match we just got really unlucky, I guess, and I kept a really bad hand too. This match we got more lucky. I didn't misplay, which would mean that we would win sooner. Hopefully the last match is also going to be a win, but we'll see. We got the last match. Match number 5. Okay. Well, not the best hand. I'd like to see something different, I think. Seems like a pretty bad hand here that I don't want to keep. We will mulligan this. We're going second, but nevertheless I want some action. Yeah, this is gonna be a keep, and we will dump a tomb. Let's see what he's playing. I bet it's gonna be burn. I called it. It's not burn. Since there's Yorion, this is probably gonna be another flicker deck, or fires, or something else. Seems like Yorion didn't lose any strength with the nerf of companions. Okay, let's play Blooming Marsh into Pelt Collector, as usual. Pass the turn. Next turn we can play Overgrown Tomb tapped and Experiment 1 unless if we draw a land. Unless we draw a Wine Constrictor, which is gonna mean that we're gonna be a little bit more aggressive here. Isn't that nice? I don't think we're gonna survive on the third one. Losing both is gonna hurt. Wine Constrictor into Walking Ballista, and this evaluating the chances that he's gonna have with board wipe with that deals 3 damage to each creature. Pretty high. Definite clearing. Well, pretty low, let's put it this way. Let's play the Constrictor. Guess I'm risking a lot here, but we'll take it. No burn spell. That's good. Okay. Cracks has Fabled Passage. For a mountain. Takes 3 here. We're at a slight advantage. Hallowed Fountain. Definitely Jeskai fires here. It has a different board wipe, Swelter and Suns. That's gonna hurt. What can we do next? Well, we're gonna play Nissa, I think, next. +1 Nissa and pass the turn. Hopefully we draw into another Wine Constructor or Hardened Scales. Gideon. Okay. Got another Experiment 1. I feel like I should just dump the board here, but I don't think he has another one of these. If he does, well, I'll just concede. Because let's face it, this is just gonna be end of game. Yeah, let's pass the turn. Let's see if he has another board wipe. If he does, good for him. If he does not, well... Chain to the rock. Who are you gonna chain? Walking Ballista. Well, not gonna happen. Should have prevented that damage first, I guess. Let's kill the Yorion. Down to 2. He's gonna bring it up to 3. Still can pose lethal damage to get in there. And okay. That's something else. The fairy. He's gonna bounce the experiment one here. That feels bad. Sort of gives us a choice. And I think we're gonna take it by killing the fairy there. And making another plant. He's returned chain to rocks. Sure. I guess that works. I want to play another chain to rocks. And he's gonna take the plant, I guess. No, he's gonna take experiment one. You can take that. A ballista. Can make a plant. Alright, we're gonna make a plant. Play ballista. Go to combat. Kill the fairy. Pass the turn. Plants for the win. Ballista is not gonna do damage here. Elspeth conquers death. Exile in Nissa. Okay. Guess that works. I'll still get rid of Gideon though. Just because I can. Let's put a counter right now. And let's attack Gideon with both creatures here. And at his upkeep we will surely use Ballista to finish him off. Okay. Get rid of that. That's fine. Seems like he's gonna be bringing something back pretty soon. His birth. Another Teferi. We'll see yet another bounce on a plant. That's okay. Our turn. We got a woodland cemetery. Not good. Let's up the ballista. Go to combat. We'll hit him for 5. Get rid of the ferry. Alright. Well, let's see what he's gonna bring in. Probably gonna be Gideon or the ferry. And I think the ferry is the closest choice. Gideon. Alright. Makes a wall as well. Well, Gideon is gonna target Ballista here, of course. Don't even know what we need here to survive this. Yeah. Now is the time to put Yorion in hand. Down to 8. Agent of Treachery. Alright. That's gonna hit our experiment one. Ballista. Well, yeah, that's not gonna happen. Even though I can deal damage to you, you're not gonna take it. It's a bummer. Alright. One more land. 1, 2, 3. Well, that's gonna be unfortunate, but I think we can win this with that many lands we drew. Drew more lands than we had non-lands. It's pretty bad. Now he can flicker Agent to steal our experiment one. And he also has an Narset. I think we're gonna finish our league today as a 3-2, but it's still decent. Battleland, yep. Yorion in hand. Chain to rocks as well. It's a lot of removal, a lot of exile too. Okay. Backs for 2. We'll block. Avatar. Not helpful at all at this point. I think he has it handled with the amount of removal and flicker. Yeah. Let's go to sideboard. Definitely Thoughtseize is coming in. Enchantment removal, of course. Trophies, definitely. Duress for sure. I don't like Hydras here, I guess. Do we want the pushes? No. This, between these two, I think that's not necessary. What are we getting rid of? I like Nissa. Serpent is not really cutting it, I think, here. Playing a long game here, so Scavenging Ooze is out. Probably can cut down a couple of Pelt Collectors. Maybe even Experiment once he doesn't have removal. He has more of exiling effects. Stonecoast Serpent out. See, mana-wise, think we're fine here. Let's go with this. Could be our last game, could be second to last. Yes, let's play first. I want a Thought Season opener. Alright, we got Ballista, Wedding Constrictor, Golgari Charm. Very slow. Absolutely not doable on the play. Seems like even worse. Gonna have to keep this one. And I'm gonna have to let go. Guess Walking Ballista. Pass the turn. Okay. Let's make sure we can get this one. Try untapped. It's a good sign most of the time. Got a land waste into Wedding Constrictor. Hopefully no removal yet. Fable Passage. Sulfur Falls, okay. Chain to the Rocks. Sure. You can do that. I will liberate him later. Nissa. Not with that many lands. Have to play that. Pass the turn. The Ferry. Very scary. Stonecoil Serpent. Yeah, I guess we'll play Stonecoil Serpent. Pass the turn. Passing the turn here. Probably has a board wipe. We got a Duress. Which I don't feel like playing, but if he board wipes, that's gonna hurt. Let's Duress and force the board wipe right now. I mean, we don't have anything better to do. Yep. That's gonna board wipe. And we can take something more significant, I guess. Birth, Marset, Plains, Chain to the Lark, and Elspeth. Everything is quite scary. Wow, and we were stuck at one land. I mean, two lands. Oh, And that's magic for you right there. Yep. Narset. Baffling End. And Birth. That's what I call card advantage. Every single answer for our hand. Jeez. It's just nasty. Fantastic, another dead draw instead of a land. Don't suppose this is gonna save me anyhow. Now all he's gonna do is Baffling Ant and bounce the Ozil with the fairy. And we are done after that. And that we didn't even see flyers yet. Didn't bounce. Could potentially kill the fairy here. Why not? We can do that. Since that's out of the way, I'm not sure if I need to get rid of Narsen here yet. Omen. Trying to survive on 2 lands, although I don't think it's possible. It's gonna chain us to the rocks. Gotta kill that, followed by him, I guess. That's a big misfire from the deck. Control me all the ways you can. Able passage. I don't even know why I'm commenting this. I have a clean board. He has Yorion in hand. It's potentially flickering this and this. Seems excessive, but who am I to judge? Okay. What can I tell you? Can't tell you much, since we bricked for quite many turns just on 2 lands. This is what, turn 9, and we've had 2 lands since the beginning, not drawn a single land, with 22 lands in the deck. That means out of 46 cards there are 20 lands. Unbelievable. Well, this is a good game. Let's give opponent a win, and I think it's worth saying good game. That was a good game here. Okie dokie, so we finished off as a 3-2. Not a bad performance, I can't say this was really bad. Got another free league coming up, I guess, and we have another one saved up from last time. And we also have a treasure pack, not bad. I'm okay with this. This wasn't a bad league. I think we just got unlucky with the first game and last game, but it was fine. We did pretty good. Thank you everyone who was watching and who will be watching later. We'll definitely make sure to upload this to the YouTube so you have it for viewing later on. And if you have any suggestions, please message me later on in the Twitch, or if you want on YouTube. And we will be streaming tomorrow at 5. Probably do maybe some practice matches, trying something else different maybe for the league. And see you guys tomorrow. Thank you for watching.